Fox 61 News at 10 starts now.
Now at 10, a historic building badly damaged from a fire. Now police are saying it could be a case of arson. We'll have the latest from investigators. Plus, days after a state representative was taken far too soon, one community is coming together to make sure he is being remembered. And they got us through the pandemic. Now the state is fighting to make sure they are taken care of when hero paychecks should be mailed out. The Fox 61 News at 10 starts right now. Good evening and thanks for joining us for the News at 10. I'm Carmen Chow. Our top story tonight, state police spent the day hunting for a man caught on surveillance footage who they say could be responsible for a possible arson in Ellington. This stemming from a fire that broke out at the Fayette Lodge on Orchard Street. Fox 61's DeAndrea Turner joins us live from the scene with more on this investigation. DeAndrea?
Hi, Carmen. Well, this is where that supposed arson took place. This is what investigators are calling an arson. Now, there are cameras all on the side of this building. There are 3 to the right of me, 1 outside and 2 in the window. And just behind me, there are 3 more, 2 in this window right here and another one right here. But you can also see this is exactly where what they are saying an arson took place. You can see the charred door and all of the debris still on the side. And like you said, police have been working all day to identify the suspect, and now they have.
They believe that this is some type of an arson.
State police spent the day looking for this man in connection of a possible arson. Now police say that they've identified him, but his name has not yet been released.
Part of the investigation is to ask surrounding areas if they have cameras or if they had seen anybody or anything in the area during that time.
Now this fire happened at a Freemason lodge right in the middle of an Ellington neighborhood on Orchard Street. Freemasonry is one of the oldest fraternal organizations in the world, having 9 Masonic lodge districts in Connecticut. Their mission is brotherly love, relief, and truth. The arson investigation isn't the only thing police are working on regarding this building being targeted.
December 18th and December 23rd, it was discovered that there was a rock that was thrown through a window, and then a couple days later on the 23rd, there was another window that was shattered by a rock.
Now, both of these crimes, they're still being investigated. They are both an open and active investigation. And like we said, they do know the identity of the suspect, but they have not released that name to the public yet. For now in Ellington, DeAndrea Turner, Fox 61 News.
Thank you, DeAndrea. In Clinton, another major fire has left 1 person injured and a building burnt to the ground. It happened early this morning near Nod Road and East Shore Drive. Fire crews arrived to see not only the building completely engulfed in flames, but ignited propane and live exposed wires on the ground. 1 person had to be transported for their injuries, and their condition is unknown. And now over to Thompsonville. An early morning fire destroyed a very historic building. It broke out just after 1 a.m. and ripped through the Grays Athletic Club, a building that is 100 years old. At this time, foul play is not suspected, but fire officials are still investigating. Hartford police are investigating a shooting that happened shortly before 5 this afternoon. They say it took place near Stillman Westbrook Court. That's in the Village at Park River Housing Complex. They found a man in his 20s with a single gunshot wound, and thankfully, he's expected to be okay. The shooting remains under investigation. Time now for the weather. Well, I'd say today was a beautiful day, just a bit on the chillier side, but not bad at all for January. Let's toss it over to meteorologist Ryan Breton. Ryan, it's been nice seeing the sun return this weekend.
Yeah, Carmen, nicely timed for the weekend with the sunshine and still fairly mild temperatures. Tonight, watching a system to our south, and most of the moisture associated with this will go well to our south overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. But there is a little strip of some snow showers over western Pennsylvania that may just clip southern New England late tonight and early tomorrow morning. First off, we're getting some clouds moving in tonight, and you can see hour by hour the clouds continue to fill in overnight, and we may have a couple of flurries or light snow showers around daybreak tomorrow. This would not be anything long lasting or anything significant, but there may be a dusting of snow in some spots, mainly in southern Connecticut, to start the day tomorrow. Then the sun will return tomorrow afternoon, and it will be another nice nice day with warming temperatures in the afternoon. So a few flurries and snow showers possible early tomorrow morning, then developing sunshine turning into a mild day. Temperatures once again well above average for this time of the year. We'll have a high temperature tomorrow of 44 in Hartford and 46 in New Haven. So just a few flurries to start the day tomorrow. Any chances for snow in the 7-day? We'll talk much more about that coming up in just a little while. Carmen?
Ryan, thank you. A church service and candlelight vigil was held in Bridgeport today to remember Representative Quentin Williams. Mourners gathered at Summerfield Methodist Church, taking turns and sharing their best memories of Williams. Police say Williams was killed early Thursday morning after a wrong-way driver hit him head-on Route 9 in Cromwell. That driver also died. The mayor of Bridgeport sharing his sentiments on the legacy Williams left behind.
We want to honor him in Bridgeport. We want to remember him and remind ourselves of what he has done, and his legacy will live on.
Williams was the first black person to represent Middletown in the state legislature. It was just Friday night in Middletown when another vigil was held for Williams. That vigil saw a very large turnout. And checking back in on the state's Hero Pay program, good news for people that successfully applied. You can expect first payment starting in early February. As a refresher, Hero Pay is a Connecticut program designed to compensate essential workers with $1,000 for working through the COVID-19 pandemic. And now the comptroller's office says that money will be released in batches in about a month.
They deserve it. We have no way of truly thanking the people that served in this hospital, that served as our police officers, our firefighters, our EMTs, our daycare workers. But this is a start, and this is the least that we can do.
Sean Scanlon's office says they are planning to make definitive announcements on the exact dates when people can expect to receive their pay. The money will not be dispersed in a single check, but over a scheduled period. Fox 61 will bring those more details once they are released. Some people are marking their calendars. Connecticut's first recreational cannabis retail shops will open Tuesday morning, a major milestone in our state's effort to create an equitable market surrounding marijuana. State officials gave permission to 9 existing medical cannabis dispensaries to also sell in the adult use market, and 7 of them will start legal sales at 10 a.m. on January 10th. Store owners are warning of long lines and short supply on the first day, expecting high demand from recreational customers. Happening today, President Biden has been down at the U.S.-Mexico border speaking with local lawmakers on how to make the immigration system better. That's all before tomorrow, where he's set to travel to Mexico City for the North American Leaders Summit. Fox's Jackie Heinrich has more.
A major focus of this summit, in addition to controlling immigration, is stemming the flow of fentanyl across the U.S. border. The 3 leaders meeting comes just days after Mexican authorities arrested El Chapo's son, Ovidio Guzman, in what's been described as both a gift to Biden and a message that Mexico is in control of its security situation, as well as a message that President Lopez Obrador's hugs not bullets strategy has its reasoning. Since the arrest, cartels have declared war on the Mexican government, terrorizing Sinaloa, trying to shoot down both military and civilian aircraft to prevent his transfer to Mexico City, blocking roads and setting vehicles on fire. At least 30 people have died in the shootouts. A federal judge paused Guzman's extradition to the U.S. And remember, this Mexican president freed him once before in 2019 amid terror from the cartels.
The cartels are using the human smuggling, and they're making a lot of money off of it, and then they're flowing drugs right across behind it. Talking about the wars that's going on in Sinaloa right now, that affects everything that happens in the United States because there are Sinaloa cartels in every major city in America.
Fentanyl killed more Americans last year than COVID, car accidents, cancer, and suicide. So far this fiscal year, nearly 5,000 pounds have been seized. For context, just 2 pounds of fentanyl would kill more than 500,000 people. 1 gram, about the size of a Sweet and Low packet, could kill about 500. Last year, more than 14,000 pounds were seized across the U.S. border. Republicans in Congress see this as a clear sign the cartels, not the Mexican government, controls the border, and the U.S. needs to do more to support Mexico in its fight.
The Mexican army sent battalions against them. They killed or wounded over 50 Mexican soldiers. And I want to be clear, I'm not talking about U.S. troops, but I'm talking about cyber drones, intelligence assets, naval assets. We need to go on offense against them. I plan to introduce legislation to authorize the use of military force against these cartels.
So a big question coming out of this meeting will be whether there's any new agreement between the three countries to address the smuggling of both people and drugs. In Mexico City, Jackie Heinrich, Fox News.
The spirit of Three Kings Day is still alive tonight in Meriden. Their public library, which is temporarily located inside the Meriden Mall, hosted their annual Three Kings Day celebration this afternoon. It included live entertainment, a parade inside the mall, and a gift for each child under the age of 8 who attended. It also had photo opportunities with the Three Kings themselves. We have much